Today, we're diving into a major geopolitical moment that is reshaping the entire future of Northern Europe. The Baltic Sea, long considered a quiet but strategically important region, is entering a completely new chapter. And the move that triggered this shift comes from Denmark. One decision, one policy, one action that has changed the entire balance of power, security, trade, and influence around the Baltic Sea. This isn't just another political update. This is a transformation that the whole world is watching closely. The Baltic Sea has always been a sensitive region, surrounded by major players like Russia, Sweden, Finland, Germany, Poland, and the Baltic states. The area holds massive military and economic importance. For years, tensions have risen quietly, with each nation strengthening defenses while trying to avoid a direct confrontation. But Denmark has taken a bold step that has dramatically altered the strategic landscape. Countries are reassessing their approaches, alliances are tightening, and the rules of the game are shifting in ways nobody expected. Denmark's decision wasn't made suddenly. It comes after years of observing aggressive actions across the region. With increasing concerns over border security, underwater infrastructure, shipping lanes, and cyber threats, Denmark finally decided it could no longer rely on old strategies. Instead, it launched an initiative that expands its presence, increases its surveillance, and strengthens its defense cooperation with neighboring nations. This move signals that Denmark wants stability, but it is also prepared to take decisive action if necessary. The Baltic Sea has always been a zone of deep complexity. Under the surface of its calm waters lies critical energy pipelines, communication cables, and transport routes that support millions of people. A disruption in this region would shake not only the Nordic countries but the entire European Union. That's why Denmark's new approach is creating such a powerful ripple effect. It is not just a protective measure, it is a message that the region will not tolerate any form of destabilization. Denmark's strategy includes enhancing maritime security through advanced monitoring technology, increasing naval patrols, and coordinating defense operations with other European partners. This increased awareness means that suspicious vessels, unknown aircraft, or underwater activity can be detected much earlier than before. Such early detection drastically reduces the chances of hidden operations or covert threats. Neighboring countries have welcomed this approach, knowing that the Baltic Sea requires unity rather than isolated decision-making. Another major part of Denmark's move involves strengthening cooperation with NATO. Denmark has become a central player in organizing joint exercises, sharing intelligence, and developing rapid response capabilities. This ensures that the Baltic region can react quickly to emergencies. With Finland joining NATO and Sweden following suit, Denmark's position has become even more crucial. Together, these nations create a powerful northern defense shield that can monitor and protect the region with greater efficiency. A major factor in this transformation is Denmark's control of a critical maritime choke point. The Danish Straits serve as the only natural exit and entry between the Baltic Sea and the North Sea. Any ship entering or leaving the Baltic must pass through Danish waters. This gives Denmark a unique responsibility and authority. By increasing its monitoring capacity in this area, Denmark is directly influencing the flow of military vessels, energy supplies, and commercial cargo. Control of such a strategic location means that Denmark has a huge impact on regional stability. Russia, of course, cannot ignore this. For years, Russian ships have relied on this passage for trade and military movement. Denmark's enhanced surveillance makes it much more difficult for any state, including Russia, to operate covertly. Analysts believe that Denmark's actions reflect a desire to prevent sabotage, protect infrastructure, and discourage aggressive behavior. While Denmark has avoided making direct accusations, the message is clear. The Baltic Sea will no longer be a place where hidden activities can easily take place. Energy security is another major area affected by Denmark's move. After the Nord Stream pipeline incidents, many countries realized the vulnerability of underwater infrastructure. Denmark has now expanded its ability to detect underwater disturbances, monitor unusual activity, and respond rapidly to potential threats. This helps protect not just Danish assets, but critical systems connecting multiple countries. As a result, Denmark has become a central guardian of energy stability in the region. A key aspect of Denmark's plan includes collaboration with Sweden, Finland, and the Baltic states. These nations have long relied on Denmark's control of maritime access, but now cooperation has reached a new level. Joint training, information sharing, and coordinated strategies ensure that security around the Baltic Sea is more unified than ever before. Instead of separate approaches, Europe is now treating the Baltic as a single strategic zone that must be defended together. Denmark's move has also influenced military modernization across the region. Several countries are upgrading their naval fleets, investing in submarines, drones, and coastal defense systems. While Denmark's action is defensive in nature, it has motivated surrounding countries to strengthen their capabilities too. This collective effort makes the Baltic far more secure and significantly reduces the risk of unexpected escalation. Economic factors are changing as well. The Baltic Sea supports major trade routes that carry millions of tons of goods each year. Denmark's heightened security reduces insurance costs, minimizes shipping risks, and increases confidence among international investors. Countries relying on the Baltic for exports and imports now benefit from safer routes and stronger monitoring. This stability ensures that commerce can continue even in uncertain times. Environmental protection is another surprising area influenced by Denmark's move. The Baltic Sea is an enclosed body of water, meaning pollution accumulates quickly. Denmark's increased presence allows it to monitor illegal dumping, oil spills, and environmental damage more effectively. By securing the region, Denmark is also preserving its natural ecosystem. This is crucial for fisheries, tourism, and long-term sustainability. Diplomatically, Denmark's move has positioned it as a leader in Northern European security. Countries are looking to Denmark not just as a member of NATO, but as a country actively shaping the future of the Baltic Sea. Denmark's role has shifted from a cooperative partner to a strategic decision maker whose choices influence the entire region. This newfound influence boosts Denmark's international standing and gives it a stronger voice in European discussions. Even countries far from the Baltic Sea are paying attention. The United States has recognized Denmark's increasing responsibility in the region and has begun coordinating more closely on surveillance, intelligence, and shared defense goals. The EU has also praised Denmark's actions, acknowledging that protecting critical infrastructure in the Baltic Sea directly affects the entire continent's security. Denmark's move has elevated the region's importance on the global stage. For ordinary citizens, these changes may seem distant, but their impact is real. Improved security means greater protection against cyber attacks, safer energy supplies, and a more stable European economy. People traveling through the region, working in maritime industries, or relying on imported goods will all benefit. Denmark's decision ensures that the Baltic Sea remains open, safe, and functional for millions of people. There is also a historical dimension. The Baltic Sea has witnessed centuries of conflict, trade, cultural exchange, and power struggles. Denmark's position at the gateway of the region has always made it a key player. Today's move is part of a long tradition of balancing regional stability. But unlike the past, modern threats are far more complex, ranging from cyber warfare to energy sabotage and hybrid attacks. Denmark's response reflects a modern approach that blends technology, diplomacy, and defense. Critics are questioning whether Denmark's increased involvement might escalate tensions. Some argue that a stronger military presence could provoke reactions from other countries. However, Denmark's government insists that its focus is strictly defensive, aimed at preventing escalation rather than causing it. Most European nations agree that the current environment requires proactive measures rather than waiting for crises to occur. Despite concerns, Denmark's action has been widely supported. The reason is simple: the Baltic Sea cannot remain vulnerable. Too much is at stake, from global trade to national security. Denmark has taken responsibility at a time when many nations are struggling with uncertainty. By stepping forward, Denmark has provided a sense of direction in a rapidly changing geopolitical environment. The technological aspect of Denmark's move is especially important. Advanced radar systems, underwater drones, satellite surveillance, and AI-powered monitoring tools create a network that can detect anomalies instantly. This significantly reduces the risk of sabotage or surprise attacks. The future of defense is digital, and Denmark is investing heavily to stay ahead. Another crucial factor is the integration of civilian sectors into defense plans. Denmark is working with private companies responsible for pipelines, energy systems, and communication cables. This ensures that both government and industry respond quickly to threats. Such coordination reduces vulnerabilities and strengthens resilience across the entire region. As nations continue to navigate uncertain global dynamics, Denmark's move stands out as a decisive act of leadership. It shows how a single country, when positioned strategically and supported by strong alliances, can influence an entire region. Denmark has chosen to prioritize stability, transparency, and preparedness, and the consequences of this choice will shape the Baltic Sea for decades to come. This transformation is not temporary. Denmark's strategic upgrades, international partnerships, and defense commitments are long-term investments. The Baltic Sea is entering a new era defined by stronger cooperation, better protection, and greater awareness. While challenges may arise, Denmark has laid the foundation for a secure and stable future. The world now sees the Baltic Sea not as a quiet waterway, but as a central arena in modern geopolitics. Denmark's action has shifted attention to this region, reminding global powers that control of key maritime zones can influence international affairs. As Europe becomes more interconnected, protecting these regions becomes more essential than ever. In the end, Denmark's move is more than a political decision. It is a statement of responsibility. It shows that even small nations can play major roles when they take decisive, forward-thinking steps. As countries across the Baltic adjust to this new reality, one thing is clear: the region will never be the same again. Denmark has changed the course of events, reshaped alliances, and secured a stronger future for Northern Europe. And as we watch the story continue to unfold, one thing is certain: the Baltic Sea will remain at the center of global attention for years to come. Denmark's move may have started this new chapter, but its impact will be felt across borders, across economies, and across generations. The world is entering a new era of regional security, and Denmark has taken the lead. The Baltic Sea is changing permanently, and this transformation will shape the future of Europe.